Bada bing, bada boom. Social Inform Media.
This story is brought to us from Axios.com. This is more of an interest story, but it's one that brings up some questions. That 30 years after people have been recording the police, or police video has been out, we'll say, and I know it's been longer than that, but we're going somewhere. Follow me. But 30 years since police video has been a hot topic, there's still police violence. What am I talking about? Well, a bystander used a handheld camera to capture Los Angeles police officers beating a man named Rodney King nearly 32 years ago. And I know what people have said about Rodney King, but you know what? Regardless of how bad he was, they beat the holy crap out of him. I mean, one cop had to catch his breath to get back in there and start wailing again. Other videos of police violence have since emerged constantly. Body cameras, dash cams, surveillance videos, cell phone footage, they mirror a reality we can't seem to change. It's just nothing's changing. 2014, shooting death of 18-year-old Michael Brown by a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri, adds pressure for more departments to use body cams. Now, some people may go, oh, here you go with the black and white. But you know what? That officer was convicted. And then, of course, earlier this year, police body camera and neighborhood security camera footage catches the beating of Tyree Nichols in Memphis, Tennessee. Punched, kicked, struck with a baton by multiple Memphis PD officers as he screamed for help. He died days later. Now they're saying that the U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics found that around 80% of large police departments had acquired body-worn cameras by 2016. San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department does not have one. Largest county in the U.S. don't even have body cameras. And they get pissed when I show up. Some of them. Some of them are okay with it. Some of them are like, hey, what's up, man? But why are they upset? Because they don't want to end up on the nightly news or have to testify in court as to why they did that. That's why they don't like our private cameras. They like the MSM, mainstream media, gives the narrative that supports police. Now, whether captured by a body camera, a bystander, or a surveillance camera, video footage has been instrumental in pressuring police departments to discipline, fire, and in some cases arrest officers. That's why they don't like cop watchers. And again, this isn't my story. I'm just reading to you the story from Axios.com. But the drumbeat of footage showing violence against citizens can create a new kind of negative impact, causing fear and trauma in communities of color. That's from Snowden Becker, an audiovisual archivist tells Axios, a guy that archives videos. My reading's bad. But the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law said in a statement, 30 years ago we were horrified by the footage of the police beating of Rodney King, and yet despite decades of protest, we're still fighting the same battle. Nothing's changed. From Rodney King to Tyree Nichols, cops are still beating people, arresting people, creating charges on people just to get that camera out of the way. Get this camera out of the way. Arrest them if you have to. Just get them out of here. We don't want to be on YouTube. Why? Because we're violating civil rights and violating our departmental policies. And you know what the sheriffs and the police chiefs around this nation are doing? Nothing. This is kind of a lengthy story. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. But they also talk about 2014 police shooting in Albuquerque involved James Boyd, a white homeless man, see he's white this time, suffering from schizophrenia. The shooting generated riots and led to a Justice Department probe of Albuquerque police. Did it do any good? We still hear about them. A July 2015 police shooting in Denver Metro Audits, including Paul Castaway, a Native American, moved his family to bring focus to police violence against other Native Americans. They're choking them and punching them and arresting them. But video doesn't automatically lead to accountability because the death of Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old black boy, was captured on surveillance video, which federal prosecutors deemed to be poor quality, and no charges were filed against the officers involved. Tamir Rice was one of the most horrific tragedies of police violence in this country. 12-year-old black kid shot by cops. What happens? Oh, we can't really see the video. It's not that clear. Okay, well, take off, guys. You're good. Becker said, "We are seeing an increased sense that encounters with law enforcement are likely to turn minor offenses into death penalty offenses, where the police officer is acting as judge, jury, and executioner." I forget his name, but we've seen that in Orange County. Guy just crossing the street, jaywalking, turns into lethal use of force. Why? Because the cops, they want to do what you're going to obey me or I'm going to kill your ass. But the basic gist of this story right here is that from Rodney King to Tyree Nichols, 32 years, nothing's changed. All we're doing is recording their violence. How can we change it?